Oval Office, sending out his strongest signal yet that he's gearing up for a possible campaign. The former Florida governor announcing on Facebook, quote, "I have decided to actively explore the possibility of running for president of the United States." So let's look at the polls. Recent McClatchy poll of potential Republican candidates giving Mitt Romney a 5-point edge still over Jeb 19-14. Same poll matching Jeb Bush in a head-to-head against Hillary Clinton. Hillary comes out 13 points ahead, 53-40. Simon Rosenberg is president and founder of NDN, Democratic think tank. He's also a former Clinton campaign advisor. Lisa Booth, the senior director of BlackRock Group. Great to have the two of you together today. Welcome.
It's good to be here, Gretchen.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so Lisa, it seems like almost every day we're getting news from Jeb Bush. Is this a way in which he can keep his name in the news, or was this really him declaring candidacy today?
Well, I think he's definitely going to run. And I think this is him declaring candidacy. And, announcing this early sort of allows him to build an infrastructure, to build continuing to build a fundraising base and to raise some serious money. And I think that's exactly what he's doing. And I definitely think he's going to run.
All right. So, Simon, does this put Mitt Romney in a box? It was interesting because over the last few days we were talking about Mitt Romney and Jeb Bush maybe both deciding to run. Now Jeb kind of inches closer. Does this mean that Mitt Romney now has to say anything?
Well, I think it puts pressure on all the Republicans who are thinking of running. I mean, there are a couple dozen Republicans thinking of running this time. It's going to be a very strong field, and I think whoever gets in is going to, this is going to be one of the great presidential elections, I think, in the modern era. Very hard to know who's going to win. You've got a lot of very strong Republican candidates. And I think Jeb recognized that if he was going to do it, he had to get in early and start working right away because it was going to be a tough nomination to get.
Yeah, it's interesting because he doesn't currently hold office either, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. I want you to look at this quote from Rand Paul. He was asked his feelings about Jeb getting in. Here's what he said. "I think we have a big tent and we can use moderates, conservatives, libertarians. We need them all." The libertarian-leaning senator, well, of course, he has expressed his views that he may also run in 2016. What do you make of that quote, Lisa?
Well, I think he's absolutely right. I do think we need to have a big tent party. But here's the thing I think the media and that people don't really talk about as much is the Republicans do have a big tent party. I mean, look at this past election cycle. It brought candidates like, Senator Tim Scott was reelected. Mia Love was elected in Utah. We have someone like Larry Hogan that was able to be elected in a deep blue state like Maryland. And I think the important thing for Republicans to focus on this election cycle is the economic issues, is to focus on the kitchen table issues that Americans care about. The Americans are sitting around the kitchen table talking about how they can pay the bills, how they can put food on the table, the fact that their electricity prices are rising, and the fact that they're receiving health care cancellations in the mail or their insurance premiums are going to rise by double digits.
But what else they might be talking about today, Simon, is that it just seems like it's dynasty families that rule politics in America, at least in the presidential seat. Could it be that they're sitting around talking about Clinton versus Bush again?
Listen, I think it is a challenge for the Republicans. I think most Republicans really want to be talking about where their party is going and not where it's been. And I think if Jeb Bush becomes the nominee, they're going to have to be defending a lot of stuff that was done by previous presidents that didn't work out so well.
Well, how about the Clintons?
Well, no, I know, but the Bush legacy, we're talking about Jeb. I mean, the Bush legacy is recessions, exploding budget deficits, inconclusive wars in the Middle East. I don't think that's where Rand Paul and a lot of the younger Republicans really want to go. They want to carve out a new Republican Party and look forward to a better Republican Party in the 21st century.
I said dynasties of Clinton and Bush. Lisa, it cuts both ways, doesn't it?
It does cut both ways, and I think if you're a Jeb Bush, now's the time to run if it's going to be someone like Hillary Clinton. And, look, I know that there's been a lot of talk with, Jeb Bush and the base, but if you look at someone like Hillary Clinton, I think she's going to have a lot of trouble with her base. You see liberal organizations like MoveOn.org that are actively courting someone like Elizabeth Warren to run. So I think Democrats have a real problem on their hands with that.
Well, you're going to say that, and Simon's going to say just the opposite about Republicans, and that's why we debate it. Great to have the both of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gretchen.
Breaking news.